Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for the After Hours podcast. We appreciate you more than you will ever know. Right now, we are trying to build up our YouTube page, and we need your help. If you could please go on YouTube and click on the magnifying glass, type in Donny Grubb Band, click subscribe, click the bell icon, and click on all. It would really help us out a lot. Again, we thank you for everything that you do, and we really appreciate it. Thanks for helping us out.
Different circuit, yeah.
Right,
Okay.
but for Clapton and that would be Dwayne Allman.
Dwayne Allman, yeah.
Which is ironic because I just watched today. Was talking about Derek Trucks, my friend Ray, and I said, "You know about them?" He goes to Tedeschi Trucks, and I went, I go, yeah. He goes, "I don't know, but I'd like to know, like to learn a little bit." So I dial up Derek Trucks on the YouTube,
Yeah.
and the first or second video was like Derek Trucks at 13. And I went,
Yeah.
oh, okay, let's watch that together because I don't think I've seen it. When I started watching, I had seen it.
Mm-hmm.
It's Derek Trucks, 13 years old, playing the slide part, the end of Layla.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen
It's
it.
silly.
Yeah,
It's silly. You just go, really? I don't even know why.
I
don't even know why I leave the house.
That dude right there is the most, what word do I use here? The most like musical slide player
Yes.
I've ever heard in my life.
Yes.
I saw him. When he was here in town with Clapton 3 years ago. Just playing behind Clapton. I went and saw that, and I was like in just tears the whole time. Everything he touches just sounds like angels falling out of the sky.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's such a I want to say attack, but his technique is just it's unbelievable.
Yeah, he uses
And he
the
was
fatty
born
part
with
of
it.
his finger and just kind of
Yeah, and he was born with it.
stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Again, why do I leave the house?
Right.
But, and Ray asked me, he goes, "You ever try that? You ever play slide?" I went, "No, I know better."
Yeah, I've only recently started to like try to be a slide player. I'm a terrible slide player.
I don't know
And-
about that.
That's
and
the
I will-
spirit.
I will-
That's the spirit.
Well, after
Can-do attitude.
After
there.
watching guys like that, it's you just want to put the thing away and like
Awesome.
yeah, it's that dude can do things that like I've never heard anybody else ever do.
Yeah. Roy Rogers is one of my favorites. You ever heard Roy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a whole nother thing,
Yeah.
But I'm Derek doesn't play really fast.
No,
Does he?
it's melodic. It's very
Yeah, it's
just sweet.
Is he the Derek of the Derek and the Dominoes?
yes, he was the inspiration for Derek.
Right.
We could tell him
Like
anything.
20
He wouldn't
years
know.
before.
Tell me
he was
anything.
born.
I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
just
And he's
breathing air over
and he's
here.
battery operated.
He is.
Nice.
Yes,
They had
yeah.
those back then.
Yeah.
It did upgrade. He was wind up originally.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. It was,
It was an
makeover.
add-on.
It was a total makeover.
Now you can control him with an app.
Made by Sphero.
We're gonna get sued. We're gonna get sued by everybody.
Right. That's what we're going for. We're
Yeah.
really just trying to
Billy Bob, Dwight, and Derek are all gonna walk in here together.
punch
Hey,
us
where's
right in
that
the
son
nose.
bitch talking about my band? Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that it's just.
I don't even know what you were talking about.
We're talking about Derek.
Derek
Oh,
Trucks.
that's right, Derek.
Yeah.
Where did I don't even know where Derek. We'd be guessing where the name came from.
Oh, I tell you, I can tell you. All
Derek
right?
and the
Bust
Dominoes.
it. I want to hear it.
Yeah, so like, I'm a huge freaking Clapton fan. That guy is the guy I wanted to be my whole life long, forever since I was like 8 years old.
And where did that change? What happened?
I'm not that guy. I'm just I'm not
He's
that.
from West
I'm
Virginia.
not that player. I'm not the. I don't know.
Just-
I still love him to this day. I
Okay,
still
when did you start playing guitar?
11-ish or so.
But you discovered Clapton when you were 8.
Yeah. I had the Derek and Dominoes album,
Okay.
and I listened to that forever. And then hi Tina.
Good night, Tina.
Good night, boys.
19.
You all have a good night.
You too.
Too.
And then I had the Backless album too, which was and that was really, I didn't have a whole lot more to listen to. It was that and Merle Haggard, and I had a Zeppelin album,
Okay.
But anyway, back to Derek and the Dominoes. So Eric is he's a very self-conscious person.
Correct.
He's a kind of a timid guy,
Mhm.
and he really looked up to bands like the Band,
Mm-hmm.
and he didn't ever want to be like a front man, singer kind of face of a thing. He wanted to be a part of a band.
Okay.
So he tried several times before Derek and the Dominoes, apparently, but so when he finally got his group of guys together for Derek and the Dominoes, they wanted a name that didn't highlight Clapton at all, and he was already a very, very well-known guitar player by the time, that came along. That was all after the Clapton is God stuff,
Right.
Was that after Yardbirds or before?
That was way after Yardbirds.
Okay.
This is like late 60s, right?
Yeah, 70. See you guys. Yeah, it was. He just wanted to be. He wanted to be one of the guys,
right.
and so Derek and the Dominoes was just a name that kind of.
It's a good.
Just whatever.
That's
they just
cool.
fit together.
Yeah,
just to not have Eric Clapton
just to
in the name.
not say Eric Clapton.
I wonder how many people ever thought it was Eric and the Dominoes.
There's a local band called Eric and the Dominoes.
There he is.
Yeah, it's a Clapton tribute band.
But they gotta like take the D out of Dominoes too, so it'd be like Eric and the Ominos.
Eric and the Ominos.
That just like pissed Sammy off right there.
I know,
You see
I
that?
was trying to. The E is silent.
Eric and the Ominos.
E-O.
Ominos. Kind of like Eubanks, right?
Correct.
I see what you're doing here with your name now. I understand.
When did you start playing guitar?
What time is it? I started playing guitar on stage in 1987, May of 87. I joined a classic rock band. They called it Fossil Rock, the Cruisers. It was stuff like The Who and Badfinger.
There you go.
And, stuff like that. And they said, you got to play rhythm. They wanted to hire me as a singer.
Mm-hmm.
And the band I was in before that, previous, I didn't sing. Or I didn't play guitar. I just sang.
Yeah,
we're 3+1.
There you go.
And the crowd became my instrument. That's not a joke. But anyway, they said you got to play rhythm guitar. I said, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I knew chords and stuff, some.
Yeah,
and I've been learning ever since.
There you go.
Aren't we all?
Ever
I
since.
was gonna say, aren't we all?
And then I watch somebody like you play guitar, and I go, "What the hell?"
Not me.
I was going to ask you earlier, and I'm going to ask you now because I'm thinking about it. That behind the nut bend.
Yeah.
G, is that G, A and E? I've never seen. I've done the.
Yeah, it depends on where you're doing it. You can do anything behind the nut. Well, not everything, but. Yeah,
I can't tell you how many times I've used that line.
Yeah, most of the bending that I do back there is done like on the the A, D, and G strings.
A, D, G.
Yeah, A, D.
Because you did this 3 in a row.
Oh yeah, that's just taking sevens off of the or
don't
taking a seven.
Don't get all technical. Jargon. All right, bro.
Right.
Well, that's just getting funky.
I
with
just
an
play
A
the
chord.
blues, buddy.
Sevens off.
Take
seven.
But so it's G string,
Mm-hmm.
G, D, and A.
Yeah, so if you're playing an A chord, then you take your G string,
Right.
and you can bend that up a full step,
Right.
and then go down to the next one. And when you're in the open position, and like
Right.
if
Yeah.
you let off the A chord, you can bend that
Yeah.
up to a G up to an A,
Correct.
and that D up to a
E.
E, yeah, and then that A up to a B, and then just do it if you do it really fast.
I know. I've never seen anybody do it like that.
Sounds really kind of cool.
That's what I'm talking about. Did you discover that yourself, or
I saw Gatton do.
Danny Gatton?
No, I'm sorry. The first time I saw somebody do that was like Roy Buchanan. He did a lot of that kind of stuff.
okay?
That just weird like non-musical bending.
Oh,
That just got that trickster stuff.
Right.
Roy he's my hero when it comes to that kind of stuff. He's
don't tell Eric.
don't tell him.
Right, he's gonna feel so bad.
I've just never seen anybody do more than one at a time behind the nut by hand.
I loved making making chords back there too. So if you're like playing in like an open position where you can,
Except Stevie with that
harmonic
thing that he
Steve
did
does the harmonic thing
on,
back there.
Austin City Limits. That
Mhm.
was,
Yeah,
but he did it on the record before that. That's an instrumental.
Did he?
Yeah, that's that song. It's an instrumental, correct?
mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called, but I think it's on a record.
Was it it
A
was
studio record.
yeah, okay, yeah, so it was that Hendrix song that he covered, but he did it as an instrumental, right?
No.
Yes.
I believe not. It's a I can't remember.
I can't think of the name.
Is it
of
Lenny? Or
Oh,
Lenny,
you know what?
Lenny was
Yeah.
the guitar.
Yeah.
Lenny's the red guitar that
yeah.
his girlfriend bought him or gave him or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to have to look it up. Why don't you look it up too? Google it. Tap the
Internet.
Google.
Do it. Do
Get
it,
on the
dude.
interweb. And
See,
look
if
it
you would
up.
have had your computer here like you normally do, you could look shit
Yeah,
like
what-
that.
Yeah,
up.
well,
You're
sorry, I was
slacking today.
You with all your jargon.
Hey.
You without your technology.
Right.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? This is Kit from the After Hours Podcast. You may be asking yourself, why do we call this a podcast if I'm watching this on YouTube or even Facebook? Well, the answer is you can actually listen to us while you're driving or while you're flying or while you're swimming or even while you're working out. A lot of people like it this way because they don't have to look at our ugly mugs. The way to do this is that you click on the app that's called Podcast if you're using an Apple product. Once you're inside the app, you just click at the bottom where it says search. Type Donny Grubb Band into the search bar that shows up at the top. Then once After Hours with the Donny Grubb Band shows up, click on subscribe. And then you will be subscribed to the After Hours with the Donny Grubb Band podcast. So now anytime that we release a new podcast, you should get a notification and you should be able to find it really easily so that you can listen to it in your day-to-day events. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We really appreciate you guys. We will see you next week.